Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy Lex, and today we have some more Try Hard Ladder content. Just to preface that this is actually a re-recording of the introduction. There is going to be some sound quality issues. There might be some sharp, like a little sounds or something, but if you keep my volume low for the actual games, and if you're able to bear with that, there are some really exciting games, and as shown in the title, we did go undefeated. So there's a lot of really cool insight and a really cool reactions to what's going on. So hopefully that's enough to offset the annoying mic things. I think I have it fixed permanently, and I'm very sorry in advance for that. But without further ado, let's try to get into the team preview. Basically, this is my team from World Cup on Sunday versus Team Africa. I did end up losing, and I do cover it on my stream how I ended up losing. It was a very crucial misplay that ended up happening, but I still think it's a really cool team. It's a really cool sets, and we tried out on ladder today and have a pretty good amount of success. So yeah, the start of the show is Specs Ninetales, as you can see. It's able to lead into things like Ogerpon, into Darkrai, into Great Tusk, things that are comfortable leading into Hatterene. We are able to snipe them completely with Choice Specs, Weather Ball, and Overheat. It's able to OHKO most of those guys. And then we have Wake for Scarf Wake for speed control. It is important to note that 317 speed Wake does speed tie with Kyurem, so definitely keep that in mind because if they do have a Dragonette's Kyurem and this is your main way to answer it, it's not going to look too pretty. You do have Zamazenta as well, which we'll get into in a bit, but this Hatterene set is something I made quite a bit ago. I'm really big fan of it because of how it interacts with Ting Lu. So basically, Ting Lu's versus Sun, they always lead into Ninetales, they click Ruination, and then they click Earthquake or something, or depending on what gets ejected in, like Walking Wake, they switch out. But in this case, they're going to see that we don't have an item, and they're going to think we're Assault Vest. They're going to click Ruination into Earthquake. You paint split all the HP back up, and now there's Tinglu is 1 HP for your Ninetales to set up and just go insane with the Weather Ball spam. It's also your answer to stuff like Dragonite, because Terra Ground, Dragonite's kind of fallen off. You can use this to really nuzzle those Terra Fairy, Terra Flying Blast, etc. Really helpful in clutching those situations. Great Tusk is a really cool Assault Vest set with Temper Flare. Rock Slide Headlong Rush is the main attack. So basically how this works is you Headlong Rush. If they go to Corviknight or a Flying type, you Temper Flare in Sun and you OHKO them completely with 150 power, with the Sun boost, with the attack boost. Ridiculous. Rock Slide is meant to lure Moltres. Moltres being dead really helps Ninetales and also helps Zamazenta. So that's really big. Something important to note is Terrifier Temper Flare in the Sun actually just straight OHKO's Ogerpon Wellspring, which is really, really crazy. You don't even need the double boost to just OHKO it. Zamazenta, as mentioned, benefits from something like Moltres being lured out by Terrifier. If it's Fizdef Moltres Terrifier, Ninetales is able to 2-hit KO it, lure that out, and then Zamazenta will go crazy. Likewise with Rockslide. And then Alomomola is just, the eject guy of choice, just to get in our breakers as much as possible and be really, really annoying. But yeah, that's it for the team. I hope you guys enjoy. Once again, I am so sorry for the audio issues. It should be permanently fixed for the future. I don't know how it just randomly started up again. That's really, really frustrating, and I'm really, really sorry about that. If you enjoy this content, do make sure to like and subscribe. And also, if you extra like this content, make sure to join as a member. I like interacting with the members. Anytime they have a question, I'm always there to answer them whenever I'm available. But yeah, if you're interested in that, press the join button, take a look at it, see how that goes. But yeah, for now, enjoy the rest of the video. I'm so sorry about the audio. If you need to mute it and play music, go ahead. But the reactions are good, so maybe just play it at a low volume with captions on, so you're able to see and hear what's going on while not being too frustrated with how it is. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure to take care, and I'll catch you for the first game. All right, so we have our first game, and we are facing against some kind of Darkrai Blaziken offense team. Looks like a pretty strong team. Hopefully, it's not chilly reception on the Slowking, but it definitely could be. But if we lead into a Darkrai or a Wellspring and we just get a free hit off with our Ninetales, it's going to be really nice. Okay, it's definitely looking like it's some chilly set, which is all good. I don't know if I want to reveal that I'm specs on this, so I'm actually not going to. I don't really have a switch in. Maybe I do have to just attack here. This is kind of the issue with Sun, right? If they have something like a Slowking lead. It actually is pretty tricky. Okay, that did a lot of damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, that means Ogerpon is likely to come in, which means I can eject out from uh Aloe and then bring Ninetales back in. Or they go for that. That's not great. Alright, we're gonna have to go Zahir. Take whatever hit this goes for. Power Whip, extremely strong. But what can you do about that? Hopefully they trade this press damage. I'm okay with that. They end up not doing that. That's, I think, fine as well. I'm gonna go Owl here, try to catch a U-turn. Nice. Now we bring Ninetales back in, and we should be able to claim something with the Weather Ball. Nice. Big damage, big knockout. Our Tusk looks really, really strong as a result of that. Yeah, did you see that damage with Slowking? I'm actually quite surprised and quite pleased with that. It did 71. I guess I should get rid of the nicknames in case recognize it. Lose some of the surprise factor. I wonder what they even go to now. It's kind of tricky. Blaziken makes sense. I kind of want to Terra Fire. Just send it. I'm kind of down for that. This might Oko. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. All right. And now we can go to Hat on Helm. Let it die. Okay. Part of me wants to actually Aloe here. On the Flare Blitz. Because they'll definitely die. Okay. They're just clicking Protect. I think Aloe should be able to live this, so I'm just gonna flip turn out. Actually, I might Acrobatics, I guess. If they go hard Ogerpon for some reason, we can just catch that. Nice! Okay, okay, that's big. That's pretty nice chippage. I'm just gonna Acro again. Why not? You do get a lucky Power Whip miss, but Aloe usually is able to always live that. And the acrobatic roll is low-key pretty low. That's like, it's like 48 to 55, I think. So got a little bit unlucky. We can cope like that. All right. This Treads is trying to spin up versus us, but we're just gonna Pain Split on Earthquake. Nice. We basically heal a lot of damage back up. We can actually Pain Split again, I think. Was it Drain Kiss? Yeah, I don't think Drain Kiss does enough. We have to, yeah, we definitely have to Pain Split there. Okay. I don't think we need Hat to win, but low-key, it's kind of nice for the Blaziken chip damage. So maybe we should keep it. Zama's also somewhat useful. Actually, I don't think we need Zama. I'm going to sack Zama. And then I'm going to go Aloe and Wish Up. Let's recover some HP. This game should be pretty good, though. Looks pretty nice for us. Like, they could go Slowking here, but what does that really accomplish? It gives them a lot of regen. But Great Tusk is looking primed right now. They still have a chance to win with Blaziken, I think. But it's going to be really tough to get through Aloe and somehow set up versus a bunch of guys that threaten the Oko. Alright, opponent taking some time, so I'm going to pause until they decide to make a move. Alright, they decide to just go for an Earthquake, which gives us a very free Wish into Protect. Earthquake doing quite a bit. This Aloe is not on the more Fizz-Def side, so it makes sense that it's doing that much. Hopefully it's not like Metronome, but that doesn't work. I Okay, now Darkrai is in. This is a pretty free flip turn for us. 38% to Aloe. Alright, so that's just a max roll from max special attack. So now we can bring Ninetales back in, nab a kill. That's nice. So we don't get flinched? Ooh, okay. Well, actually, we can just go Tusk here. And just headlong. This looks like Scarfry, I want to say. Okay. They use their Terra to do nothing, but maybe they expected close combat to come out. I'm gonna hard switch hat here. Nice, they just go for protect. Okay, perfect, perfect. We can just Sino something. And that should basically knock it out with the damage. And now we can just go Aloe, get a free flip turn, and that should be a guaranteed victory here. Yep. Pretty clean win for the game one. Let's go on to the next. Alright, so we have the next game, and unfortunately, it's somewhat of a nightmare matchup. Because there's Ogerpon and there's Garg. And there's Moltres, guys. It's not looking good. Maybe we can go for a Solar Beam here, keep this low with some great chip. Great Tusk looks amazing. It's definitely going to be our win con. Look how much that cure does. We might be cooked. Alright, we're going to do the hard switch to Tusk. They bring in Garg, which is fine. Now we're going to go for a Rock Slide. Yes, we catch the Moltres. Okay. I think we're back. I think it's definitely doable now. Wait, that's huge. Why am I running Rock Slide instead of Stone Edge and Head Smash? Better accuracy. Doesn't take recoil. And with the attack booster, you guarantee always kill these Moltres anyways. I'm just going to headlong you. Like, you could Wisp me. Do I Terra? No. Terra's crazy. I'm just going to headlong. Yeah, we're AV. We snack up that Ice Beam. Knock out the Darkrai. Okay, okay. Now this game is no longer looking completely Joe. It's looking pretty decent, but still kind of tough. Our Za looks amazing, which I'd love to see. It's gonna Tear Water. Okay, Tear Fairy. That's not a switch into Fire Boost. I'm gonna hat here. We have Sinois on this. Nice, we get rocks up on their side too. And now we can just Sinois be really annoying. And if they decide to protect, I'm just gonna hard Ninetales. Nice. And we'll just click Overheat and this drops. Oh my god. It's really looking good. Okay, okay. Oh buddy, attack booster Tusk. You're not taking this Overheat very well. Alright, we're looking primed. I think Dragon Pulse should get it done. Because they invested their Terra on Garg already. This is a terrible matchup, by the way. And because we were to lure everything properly with Great Tusk. Shouts Great Tusk. We went a little crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's a single thing they can do to win this game. Unless Dragonite would somehow bail them out, but I don't think it's possible. Opponent asking if it's me, but that could be a bad sign or a good sign. They could be someone chill, or they could be someone you don't really want to talk to, so I think I'll choose to ignore. And yeah, we'll come back when they select their move. Oh, there we go. Alright, Ogerpon in now. That does 76. That's pretty decent damage, honestly. We do get knocked. I will aloe here. Maybe we can get ejected out. Oh, they spike. Huh. Well, now this Dragonite is kind of looking scary. But we're just going to go hat, and we're going to nuzzle it. Alright. We'll try to pain split if para happens. Nope. It's all good. And now we can go wake, see if it's E-speed or not. Get the para, but revealing E-speed means that you're probably not Encore, which means that Zamazenta wins anyways. GG, GG. Alright, we have our next game, and it is versus a very, very tanky team. I believe it's the one Lily used. Oh, wait. I don't know if we're allowed to say that name, but I believe it's a team used in SPL. Honestly, looks like a pretty tough matchup, but maybe Ninetales can pull through. The hat looks very annoying for them. Specs Kyurem on their end has basically no switch in, so that's also pretty tough. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, they do just lead Slowking. Okay. Yeah, I guess Slowking is a giga obvious lead if you're what's it called? Chilly Reception. This is tough. Yeah, this is actually really hard. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to beat this, but we'll try our best. Do we live a Specs Freeze Dry? Okay. I'm very surprised they didn't just go for an attack. Alright, we get to eject out. We do get poisoned, which really, really sucks. But this Great Tusk, now that I look at it, actually looks amazing. Because we can Headlong Rush, and then we can Temper Flare. Oh my god, 68. That's great damage. That keeps this core very, very low. Alright, now the boss is back in. We need to make sure that Aloe can actually switch into a Specs Freeze Dry. But my sources are saying it's gotta be close. Calm nature. Okay, it does 98. 98 max means it's doable. I'm going for it. Oh, they click Specs Earth Power. Oh wait, we don't have eject button. So going to this was actually a giga toss anyways, which is funny. Alright, where do we go now though? Does Hat live too? It's a roll. We could just Wake. Does Wake look that good? He's got Slowking Galar. Za looks pretty decent now. That Corv is low. So maybe we don't want a Za. This is tricky. That crit really sucks. It would have let us pivot out. I think it is probably just Hat. And we just hope we don't get the roll. Oh, Jesus, that got max roll. Okay. I'm gonna go Wake now. That's really unfortunate. And now let's go back to Tusk. Yep, we do catch the Slowking, which is great. We can Headlong something. I don't know if this core wants to just die to Temper Flare. Temper Flare will do a lot to something. Or just knock this out. Alright, but now Kyurem is back in. Do we just sack Hat? It might be our best play. Because Hat is now not too useful. We can Ninetales and Terra. Or we could save Terra for Za. Both are decent plays. No, I think Ninetales and Overheat is fine. You don't have to do anything crazy. Okay, well that Kyurem just drops, which is huge. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. That's a really big deal. Where do we even go? I could just Tusk. I could just Aloe. We should be able to pivot versus Darkrai. I think it's Scarf, but I honestly don't remember this team, and I honestly don't care enough to either look it up. So let's just flip. If it's Specs, that's fine. Okay, nice. We get the flip off. Now I can bring Tails back in, overheat again. Do a lot of damage to something. Big damage on Tinglu. We're basically trying to set up the Great Tusk. Or not the Great Tusk, the Zamazenta win. Because Zamazenta's looking pretty good in this endgame. Alright, bring Tusk in on Lu. I'm just gonna Rapid Spin here. It might just stay in and sack itself. Yeah. But we should be able to eat some hits. Okay. Well, now I just want to overheat. Or is Solar Beam stronger? No, it's not. It's a little bit weaker. Kind of just want to overheat though. Like nothing actually stops me from just clicking this. If Tinglu gets rocks up, it's at 1 HP. If it switches to Slow King, that's taken like 75. Okay, cool. And EQ would knock us out, but I think that's fine. We can just Tusk here, Rapid Spin. Actually, Rapid Spin doesn't even kill this. But whatever we drag in next should kill this. I'll just go Great Tusk again. Oh, it's Side Shock. Wow. Okay, they sack Tinglu. That's really making me think Zamazenta is walling this Slow King though, which is all we need. Alright, we'll sack Aloe here. Think. Actually, we could sack Wake. Wake is quite useless too. Bye-bye, Wake. We'll go Za here. Yeah, Za's definitely the play. Like, we could just, crunch. Okay, Ace comes in. Wait, does Ace live press at this range? I think it does. It does live, so we actually want to Aloe first. And get the flip off. Okay, cool. Now we can knock this out with Za. Slowking does come in. I think we're okay to Terra here. Okay, they just hard Darkrai. I'm gonna switch Aloe in on this potential trick. Nice. Really big. And now we can just flip. They bring their they get their Scarf back. We can Great Tusk here, throw it in a KO, force him to attack us. Dark Pulse not killing. We're AV. Nice, nice. Don't get flinched. Nice. Okay, should be a guaranteed win here. We can just Aloe on Cinderace all day, every day. Wow, AV Great Tusk is the true MVP. Oh, actually, Ninetales been putting in work too. I can't even lie. They've both been cooking for sure. You can just go Zon this every time. Nice. Crunch is 50%. It's a lot of damage. Just click body press. Actually, that might not kill. We have to go Aloe. We'll play it safe. Yeah. Yeah, their only chance was going for a roll and killing us. Because body press is a roll after all. Now we Great Tusk headlong for the guaranteed win. Dude, we clicked... Oh, we only clicked 2. Or no, I mean, we clicked 4. And then they missed Powerball then, but didn't matter. GG, well played. Move on to our 4th and final game. Alright, we have our final game, and it is versus Hale. Hale does not have a great switch into Ninetales, so this might be pretty doable for us. We'll definitely try it. Okay, they lead Darkrai. Do I need to overheat to Oko Darkrai? Oh, I forgot it's Flash Fire Cerulege. It's not weak armor, so they actually do have a switch in. Weather Ball's a clean Oko, so we could just go for it. Oh, but that does let them bail pretty freely. Whoops. I didn't even think about that. I should have definitely overheated, but it's all good. Za looks quite good. Za actually kind of wins. Okay, good to keep in mind. I'm gonna Aloe here, just get a flip turn off or something. Damn, that was actually a really bad Weather Ball now I think about it. I didn't expect Ninetales to ever be the switch there. I thought Dark Pulse seemed quite free, but it happens. Alright, now it's in though. The big boss. I can actually go for a Nuzzle versus this, I think, to neutralize it. I think I will go for that. Yeah, they go for Dark Pulse expecting us to be eject. That's unfortunate. We really needed that Nuzzle off, but we still have to kind of commit to it and go for it. Which puts us pretty susceptible to Za. Okay, that's really bad. But we're just going to have to go to our own Za and IDEF up. Looks like. Because this is Facade Earthquake, it's not a knockoff, which means we keep the leftovers, which are extremely, extremely important. Honestly, there is a chance we could just win the game right now. We'll say that. We're gonna click Crunch here. Or no, that makes no sense. I don't want to reveal Heavy Slam, but what else can we do here? IDEF again. Force Hatterene in, which does run Nuzzle. But now we can bring Aloe in, eject out into Ninetales, and slam an Overheat. Oh my god, big. Okay, Ninetales gone means no Veil. Just such a big deal. Yeah, I guess their thinking is that Ninetales usually runs like Encore, Weather Ball, Healing Wish. Something like that. Okay. We're gonna go... This is really tricky. This is very, very tricky. I guess we could just go Hat and Nuzzle this. And then Psychic Noise. Don't really have a better option, which is unfortunate. Okay, that's Psychic Noise. Now we can Pain Split. The good news is this thing can't really heal versus us. Okay. Now I have to connect the Psy Noise. Oh, man. That's really frustrating. Okay, now we can Psy Noise. We're doing it bigly. We're doing it bigly. Okay, now they're clicking Psychic move. We still want this hat, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think we can afford to swap out. Well, we could go Ninetales and just sack it and let the sun go up. That's actually our best play. Okay, we'll just overheat this. Overheat should knock out, even though it's +3, because we got the sun boost and specs. Okay, it would have knocked it out, but they Terra Water. This is not looking so good. Okay, we do have to sack hat here. Dude, that para really, really screwed us. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now we have to Great Tusk. And we just have to Terra Headlong Rush. Unless Headlong Rush has a chance to kill. Headlong Rush in Sun never kills. So we definitely have to Terra. It's unfortunate that we have to expend our Terra here, but maybe we can get a luck of pair in return. Nope. Alright, we'll just Headlong again. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not great. We might just lose to Zamazenta now. It's really, really frustrating. God, that para. Such bad timing. Because we were Psy-noising their Draining Kiss. I'm surprised they even go for Draining Kiss in the first place. Like, we revealed Psy-noise, but I guess you're just fishing for paras because that's what this style is meant to do. Funny, actually. Double power Temper Flare one-shots Gliscor. But Dark Red comes in. This is a free Aloe flip turn. Well, I say free, but we could just get paired here. Yeah. That does not surprise me. But it's okay. I think our Za wins. So we're going to try to flip again. If they swap out, hopefully we don't... That doesn't happen. It's going to IDEF up. And then this should always win the game. With the IDEF versus their Za. Win the... I mean, just chip it a bit for Walking Wake. But it'll be close. It's going to be close. Okay, they just go for Dark Pulse. I'm just going to get another one. They go for Focus Blast and miss. Okay. Now we can just attack. Now we can IDEF again. We revealed that we're faster. It's good to know. Now we can just spam press. That's doing 49%. Big, big. Yep, we super win this trade. Not even close. Wait, their damage comparison is insane. Mine did 39, theirs did 20.3. And then Gliscor gets 2 KO'd. Awesome. Oof, we prevailed. We got the 4-0 dub, and we hit 2K. So big moves are being made right now. Let's go. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed even more and want to show some support, make sure to join the channel as a member. I provide some insight into your team building and replays, etc. But besides that, make sure you guys have a good start to your Monday and take care. I'll catch you soon.